Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be talking to you about a few tips when you're getting ready to add a new baby into the family. Although your other child or children might not have the final say in whether you will or will not have another baby, it's always important to take their feelings into consideration and how they will feel, and even if they're not comfortable with it right then and there. Like for me, for example, when I first told Jaden that I was pregnant with another baby, he was very upset. Then we did a few things to warm him up to the situation, and now he is completely in love with the baby. While I was pregnant, he completely fell in love with him, and I couldn't ask for a better big brother. He is amazing. So really make sure that you take all those things into consideration and that you definitely plan on how you can make your other children feel just as comfortable. Probably the most important conversation that you need to have is with your significant other. Make sure that you both are on the same page about having another baby so that there's no conflicts and no feelings after the baby's born. It's really important that he or she agrees in his share of caregiving and household duties, just so that even though you're a super mom, sometimes we do need help. So make sure that you're both on the same page and feel the same exact way about bringing a baby into the world. Even if at the moment you're unable to reach some sort of agreement, you could come to some sort of compromise, maybe come back to the topic a few months later or a few years down the road. It's always good to have that conversation if at the moment your heart is set on having another baby. Or your finances in order. Bringing another child into the world is definitely very expensive and can definitely shake up your bank account. Whether it be childcare, hospital bills, diapers, or formula if that's what you're planning on doing. The USDA states that a child can cost anywhere from $11,000 to $14,000 per year, and that's not even including college. So keep that in mind. Although you can never be completely ready to have another baby, it's always good to have your finances in order. The most important accommodation to consider is your living space. Is your house currently big enough to sustain another baby? Do you think you would have to have your children share a bedroom? Would that be comfortable for your other child, and would it be comfortable for the baby? Sometimes you'd even have to consider relocating to a bigger house or a smaller house if it's too big. It just depends on a lot of things. Something else to consider is that if you have a child close in age, you might want to look into a double stroller. Not only would it be easier for you, but it'll also be easier for the other children, and it'll give them a chance to be close to one another. Something else that you have to keep in mind is your vehicle. That is something that I had to reconsider also when we decided that we wanted to have Riley. Because we had only a two-door small vehicle, we had to buy a bigger vehicle in order to accommodate the entire family. I wouldn't like to use the word difficult because it's not really difficult. It's just sometimes a little bit more time consuming and maybe just different as to, like, think back as to when you were single. You didn't have to get another baby ready. You didn't have to depend on somebody else helping you or anything else to get yourself out of the house. It was just you and that's it. But once you had that baby, you had to get the baby ready first, get his diaper bag ready. Everything had to be in place before you left the house. It's the same thing that you're going to be doing all over again when it comes to the second baby, and it might take a little bit longer to get out of the house. You're not just going to be able to pick up and leave like you used to. Even though, you know, over time, once you have a new addition to the family, it'll get easier and things will start to run smoothly. It's also really important to try to tell the difference between what you're really missing. Are you missing the pregnancy and the birth of your baby because you just became attached to the baby and to the pregnancy itself, or do you really want to have another baby? That's something that I had to consider also because I miss being pregnant so much. But I also had to remind myself that the whole pregnancy, after the pregnancy, a baby comes afterwards. So it's the diaper changing, the eating every few hours, and the lack of sleep. So if you're ready for that, then go for it. Do you feel physically and emotionally ready to have another baby? How do you feel at the end of the day? Ask yourself these questions as they're very important to whether you actually are ready to have another baby and bring him into your family. I know that when I first had Jaden, at the end of the day, I would always feel very overwhelmed, and at times I felt like I had not gotten nothing done but taking care of him. So it wasn't until a few years after this that I felt that I was emotionally ready to have this little guy. So I hope that helped. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!